It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this next one, which I think goes to what I think is a huge skill set of yours on the CFO side, and why I think Boyd Executive Consulting is just a sweet ass business for you. And we'll get to your business. Obviously, we got to get into that too. But an opportunity came up in Florida, and you left the cabinet company to go pursue this opportunity. And just now I think previous Justin, IBM Justin, I can't imagine an IBM Justin that would have left to go to do this opportunity. But it seems like one of those things where, like, once some chips fall and you're like, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? This seems cool. And if and I've been having this conversation with more and more people. I actually had a guest on the show, Janet Johansson, that like moved down to Florida on a whim, and like her logic was, it's a decision that can be easily undone, and so why not do it? Like, if it's all we got to do is sell the house and move back.
Yep.
Now, like, for her, the money's not an issue, so it's just like moving her family. But if they move down there and don't like it, they just move back to Minnesota.
Right.
That's not. It's a decision that's very easily undone in today's world.
Inconvenience.
And so it seems like a little bit of that. Like, you're like, well, I'm gonna go check out this other opportunity, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it's a decision that's easily undone.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I didn't hear it from you. I heard it from somebody else. Like, well, Justin left the cabinet company and he's going like doing this job down in Florida. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like right during the huge, like last year, not this huge. Last year's huge is where I heard about it.
That would have been me starting at the cabinet company. I didn't leave until January.
I got my timeline wrong.
Yeah, it would have been like January, February that I left. It was February of this year. Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, I totally agree with everything you just said. I would say that doing the traveling and knowing that, hey, we sold our house and all our stuff and like traveled the country. But again, to your point, Bryn's point was like, well, if it doesn't work out, we just sell the camper and buy a house and like just go back to what we were doing. Like, it's not irreversible, right?
Yeah.
And
it's pretty cool though.
Yeah. So it was good for us and our kids to be able to, like, really, security is not owning all the stuff and having all the stuff. Security is being able to live without all the stuff, right? And so we were much less stressed because there was so much less to take care of and clean and all that stuff. And we could literally just go wherever we wanted to. And so a lot of it was, and then, after leaving IBM and kind of ripping that Band-Aid off, I felt like it's okay to pursue being happy and try to pursue, fulfilling what I think I can do, to its fullest potential, instead of just settling for something safe. So it was definitely a testament to, like, hey, we did the cabinet company thing, we survived. I frankly wasn't even looking to leave. The thing came up and some chips fell into place, and we were kind of being pushed in that direction, and we felt like we were being called down there. So we made that decision, and you're right, I wouldn't have done it if I was still at IBM for sure. So
here's my question to you, Justin.
Yeah.
When you decided to make that move, obviously it sounded like some people were trying to kind of give you that nudge, give you that motivation. Did you have many naysayers? Because when I made the jump, literally, like, the whole world was like, congratulations, it's about time. Like, seriously, what took you so long? And my dad was like, you're leaving a stable, the corporate job.
Yeah.
And pension, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's always, that'll probably be one of the biggest things I'll remember about that moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a great point and a great question. Because I think that'll always be the case, and it's typically from the people that are the closest to you that love you the most and whatever. But
they get scared when you take a risk.
Yeah,
especially like our parents all grew up in a different era where you got a job and you stayed there till you retired.
Yes,
that's what you did.
Yep. So I would say that the train had already kind of left the station with. We traveled Europe for 3 weeks before we had a first kid, and we were like the only ones to ever do that. So that was risky, kind of broke the mold there. And then the whole traveling in the RV, that was already like, the people that thought we were crazy were already like, these people are crazy. So
Yeah, they already checked out.
Confirming,
yeah. So it was kind of like, oh, I'm leaving and we're moving to Tennessee and trying this. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. That seems like something you guys would do.
Yeah,
now.
the crazy couple's just doing more crazy shit.
Yeah, but so I think it was hard on the family. They didn't necessarily, enjoy us leaving and all that stuff. But yeah, and the other tough thing is they don't know all the negative side, right? Because like every time I talk to my parents or friends, it's like, yeah, it's going great. Here's all the good stuff that's happening, but you don't ever talk about, well, here's why I don't feel like I'm living up to my dreams and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm
just adding value to somebody else that's taking it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So the move to Florida was even less like it was even less of a thing because we had already done a few crazy things.